Hello, students. Let us look at assignment 5B part 1, inequalities. Those questions they ask you to try. And yeah, based on this video, do your corrections. And if you make any mistakes, well, just do your corrections and learn from the mistakes, right? So here are the first question 4. There are 4 parts here. You're supposed to solve each of the following inequality, right? So as mentioned in class many times, I'm sure you remembered, okay, when we handle inequalities, they work like equations with the exception that when we multiply or divide by a negative number, the directions of the inequality actually change, right? So that's what we need to pay special attention to. Otherwise, it will be quite straightforward. So for part A, okay, let me write this. For part A, we have 3x plus 2 is less than 8. So we just subtract 2 on both sides. 3x is less than 6. Divide by 3 on both sides. X is less than 2. Right? So that's the solution for part A. Let's look at part B. Let's move this a bit. Right, for part B, we have 6x minus 5 is less than negative 2. So I add 5 to both sides. 6x is less than 3. And then divide both sides by 6. So x is less than half. Okay, part C. Part C, we have 3x minus 2x is greater than 5 plus 7. So this gives us x is greater than 12. Very straightforward example, right? So for part D, we have 5x minus 2x is less than or equals to 3 plus 9. That gives us 3x is less than or equals to 12. And then after that, we need to divide by 3. So this gives us 4. So for the first question is just learning how to simplify. We do not actually encounter the scenario where we need to multiply or divide by a negative number yet. So these are warming up questions. I hope you've been successful. Let's move on to the next one. So now we look at a couple more situations. This time round, we start to look at fractions and decimal first. So for part A, in this case, half x is greater than 3. There are two ways to look at this. You can actually obtain x by multiplying by 2 on both sides or divide by half. They end up having the same result, right? So multiply by 2 on both sides, we have x greater than 6. For part B, right, we have 3/4 x less than or equals to 3 over 8. So there are a few techniques to do this. One way is to make the denominator common. Another way is to multiply both sides with the LCM. So in this case, LCM of the denominator is 4, 8. That will means it will be 8. Right? So multiply by 8 on both sides. We have 6x is less than or equals to 3. So x is less than or equals to half. Okay. For part C, this time round with decimals, 0.4x less than 3.2. We can straight up just divide by 0.4 on both sides. So 3.2 divided by 4, you just pull out your calculator. You should get 8. Right, so since 0.4 is again positive, we don't have to worry about changing the direction. All right, question 6. Question 6, let's work on this. So what we can do is for the part A, okay, we can make the denominator common first. So 2x over 4 plus x over 4 is less than or equals to 15 minus 24, which is negative 9. Okay. After that, we have 3x over 4 less than or equals to negative 9. Multiply by 4 on both sides or by multiply by 4 over 3 if you want to do it straight away, but it's fine to just do it step by step, right? It doesn't hurt. So we have negative 36, x less than or equals to negative 12. Part B. Part B, using the same idea, now I can make the denominator common. In this case, I can make the denominator 8, right? So we have 6x over 8 minus x over 8 is greater or equals to, now this is 1.5 is actually 3 over 2. I can write it down, okay? Doesn't matter, do it step by step. 3 3/4 will be 12, 15 over 4, right? Okay, so from here we have 5x over 8 greater or equals to, now this is 6 over 4 plus 15 over 4, right? Okay, but if you want, it's actually fine to just have these numbers using the calculator, right? So if I have 3 over 2 plus 15 over 4, using the calculator, we can get the value 21 over 4, right? So 21 over 4, of course, is 42 over 8, which means that 5x is greater or equals to 42. X will be greater or equals to 42 divided by 5, gives us 8 and 2/5. There we go, right? So that's how we can go about solving this. Next example now. This time around more fractions, but after a while you get a hang of it, right? It doesn't really hurt. It's just about trying to simplify step by step. So we go 4x over 6 minus x over 6, right? Less than or equals to half. I can put it as 2 over 4 because that works. Plus 3 1/4 is actually 13 over 4, right? So simplifying this, we have 3x over 6 less than or equals to, put these together, it will be 15 over 4, right? So 3x over 6 is actually x over 2. That results in 15 over 2. So if you write it as a mixed number, it will be 7.5. Okay. Now the question asks for the largest rational number. Rational numbers are fractions, so this is fine. 7.5 is a rational number. Okay. Right, so that's the part 1 of the assignment. I hope you have been successful. Have a nice day.